Now, before we jump into this, if there are any other filters you'd like to see, just leave a comment. I'll make sure to follow up with these additional oil filters. Secondly, some of you may not know this, but the parent company for Fram recently declared bankruptcy. First Brands not only do they deal with Fram, but Ray Besto's brake parts, Autolite spark plugs, Trico wiper blades. My guess is they may sell it off to another company or just slim down. We all remember GM and Chrysler going through this 15 plus years ago, so it is something to mention, but here we go. Now, every filter here is made in the USA. I've categorized it based on price, so the Walmart SuperTech is really affordable, just under $4. Mobil1 is a touch over 12. You'll see why. There are certainly big differences between the two of them. Presumably, every filter here is made for the same vehicle. 100%, these three are. And I'll talk about why you have to be really careful with the SuperTech. Make sure you have the right filter. So right off the bat, unbelievable value for this filter. 10,000 miles. I believe Champion Brands is the company that produces the filter for Walmart. Metal end caps and a plastic center tube. Don't let the plastic throw you off. Here's a K&N filter I showed a few times over the last week or two, and this is like 17, 18 bucks, this filter. Again, plastic core. So don't let the plastic core throw you off. As long as you're changing your oil on time and the filter, you'll be perfectly fine. 99% efficiency at 30 microns. Just to give you an idea what that means, an average human hair could be 50 to 100 microns. So very, very small particles at 99% efficiency. Sitting on top, we have a bypass valve. The whole point behind this, if the filter ever becomes clogged, this would open up typically around 14 psi. Some vehicles, they're engineered to open up a little bit later or higher pressure, but this would open up and unfiltered oil would at least be recycled back in the engine. You'll see the same thing on the Fram. These two, the engineering is designed a little bit differently. And then you have the anti-drainback valve. The whole point behind this is when you shut off the engine, this prevents the oil from leaking out of the filter. So it keeps up the oil pressure the next time you start your vehicle. You don't have a dry start. It's the whole point behind it. On your higher mileage filters, these are always silicone. On your cheaper filters, they are nitrile. So right here we have silicone anti-drainback valve. The Purolator is silicone anti-drainback valve. Mobil1, of course, silicone anti-drainback valve. I could not dig up with 100% certainty that this is silicone. More than likely, I think 99% chance it is indeed silicone, because it can last 3 times longer than your 5,000 mile filters. It's designed to last longer than nitrile. That's the only thing I couldn't dig up. The other thing to note about the SuperTech, you'll find this on the can, but also on the box. Now, the nearest Walmart for me is a solid hour round trip. It's just too difficult to get to. So I purchased these filters online, and the really cool thing, I don't have Walmart Plus. I ordered these filters in the morning. I had them by early afternoon the same day, which is really cool. But I don't know in the stores if they still have, some of you may remember a lot of parts stores used to have a thick booklet where you look up the oil filter for your vehicle. A lot of stores did away with that. So I don't know if Walmart still does that in store, but online, their online software said this is the correct filter for my vehicle. But if you look at the box, it says compatible with Fram PH6607. That's not right. The correct Fram is 7317. As well as Mobil1, it says 108A. That's not right. It's 110A for this vehicle. However, K&N 1008, that is right. So I don't know if maybe this filter works with some other vehicles that use these filters. Maybe there's something regarding some vehicles work, some vehicles don't work. I don't know. So the whole point I'm trying to get at, make sure you triple check and you have the right filter for your vehicle. And then we have the Fram Extra Guard, really a very popular filter. You can see that the thickness of the shell is really from the Walmart, the Fram, the Purolator. They're pretty much all about the same. I could not dig up the burst pressure of the SuperTech, but Fram has a 350 psi burst pressure. I think that's pretty average, between 290 and 350. In other words, the amount of pressure it takes to burst this open. That matters if you're off-roading. if you're racing, or maybe even if you drive over something on the highway. This 450 burst pressure, very, very, very strong shell. If you want durability, this is the one that you want regarding the burst pressure. Where you start to see some engineering differences regarding the Fram, they do not use metal end caps. This is a cardboard paperish material regarding the end caps, but the center core is metal. This is also rated at 10,000 miles. It is a cellulose and synthetic blend, just like the Walmart SuperTech. It is 95% efficiency down to 20 microns, okay? So this is 99% at 30 microns. This is 95 at 20. So more than likely, this would be 99 at 30 microns. They're very, very, very similar filters. It really comes down to the price, but you could argue if this is made for the same filter, the surface area is a little bit different, right? The Fram, the surface area is a little bit more regarding the versus the Walmart SuperTech. Of course, we have our bypass valve, just like the SuperTech, that sits up on top, and a silicone anti-drainback valve. Years ago, the Fram Extra Guard used a nitrile, and that's why these were rated at like 5,000 miles. Then they updated it, and now these are rated for 10,000. $4.12, 28 cents more than the Walmart SuperTech. And then we have the last two, the Purolator and Mobil1. Now, these are 20,000 mile oil filters. I would never go that long in between oil changes, but that's what they're designed for, versus the Fram and Walmart, which are 10,000 mile filters. The Purolator is $7.18. That's what I paid for this a few days ago. Mobil1, $11.97. Once again, made in the USA. Now, first thing regarding an engineering standpoint, they don't have a stamped piece of steel on both filters with the bypass valve that sits in it. The bypass valve is built into the end cap. So again, if this clogs up, this would open up and unfiltered oil would get back into the engine. So that's sort of cool to see. Again, metal end caps and a metal center tube. Let's take a look at the Purolator. Same deal, metal end caps and a metal center tube. Both of them are using silicone anti-drainback valves. And then, of course, high-quality gaskets, more than likely silicone on the bit for really good sealing and longevity, because on the cheaper filters, again, this would be nitrile. The big difference between these two is certainly the burst pressure. Cutting open these three takes 20 seconds. And you can see I can squeeze the shell, the canister, pretty easily here. Again, I don't know the burst pressure on the Purolator or the SuperTech, but the Fram is 350. Most oil filters, 290 to 350. That's a pretty good rule of thumb. Mobil1 is 450, and I can hardly squeeze this thing. It is way, way stronger, almost double the thickness of the shell. So if you're off-roading, this is the one you want, for sure. Both of them are using fully synthetic media, not a blend of synthetic and cellulose. Okay, so that's one reason why it does last up to 20,000 miles. The only thing I would say regarding the Purolator, I cut open Purolator. There are three filters, which was Purolator Boss and the blue can and the red can. I forget off the top of my head the names of them. 5 years ago, they were beautifully made. I would say regarding this, the gluing is just a little bit overdone. Now, the only reason why I don't want to nitpick, but once you get hot oil in here and this starts recycling in the engine, the filter should pick it up, but that's the only thing I would say. I did clean this off the top of the can. It was pretty dirty. I cleaned it off with a wet paper towel. That's the only thing, if you want to nitpick, is that the gluing is a little bit overdone on the Purolator versus the Mobil1. But really the big difference between the two of them, hands down, is the strength of the Mobil1, the canister. Other than that, they're both 99% efficiency. They're both synthetic medias. They're both silicone anti-drainback valves. They both have the bypass valve built into the end caps. That's the main thing. But once again, it's just the gluing, at least in this case, is a little bit overdone. So something I'm always asked as we wrap this up is, what filter do I use and the oil and so forth? I just change the oil on time, man. I think that's the bottom line. Change your oil on time every 5,000 to 7,000 miles. In the last 3 decades, I never had an issue because it's the lifeblood of an engine. Just change the oil. The price difference from a synthetic blend to fully synthetic for 5 quarts is like $4. So you can get a package of oil, a filter, for less than $40, and If I was to buy one on its own, the filter, I have no issues. This is terrific value. My only concern is make sure it's the right filter for your vehicle. You don't want a filter that's too small, doesn't have the right flow rates and so forth. You want to make sure you're getting the right filter. So that being said, after this, we will follow up with the top filters at Amazon. If you guys want to see anything else, I'll follow up regarding those other filters. And thanks for watching.